stories. It's already been said that the favorite stories are the Sufi stories, because the secret that's contained in all stories is more overt, more open in Sufi stories for those who have ears to hear. But the second favorite stories are the Siddha stories. The Siddhas, those who were the wretches, the reprobates, the ne'er-do-wells, who became the great teachers, harbingers, messengers, bridges, when Hinduism was morphing into Buddhism. Perhaps it's because we're in such an age, and we are the Siddhas of this age. Santipa was a gambler. From the very earliest age, he would gamble with even his mates at ants crawling across the sand. And he honed his skills very well, so that by the time he came to adulthood, he was, for the most part, earning a reasonable living from his gambling. But, as fate would have it, his luck ran out and he began to lose. But it didn't stop him from gambling. He gambled on credit. He gambled away all his possessions. And his creditors started to hound him. But it still did not stop him from gambling. But then it came to the time where he had to hide from his creditors. But they found him, and they beat him within an inch of his life. So battered, bruised and bloody, he dragged himself to the charnel grounds, the cemetery, where he hid behind a tombstone to lick his wounds, so to speak. But as it so happened, there was a dakini living in that charnel ground, and seeing his state, she asked him, "Were you beset by robbers?" Santipa said, "No, Great One, I am my only robber. I have robbed myself." And he told his story about how he had lost everything, become in debt, and been beaten by his creditors. "Oh," said the dakini, "there could not be any fate worse than this. Would you be willing to practice a sadhana?" "What are the odds?" said Santipa. And then tears began to flow out of his eyes, and he said, you see, even in this state, I'm still a gambler. But if you can give me a sadhana that will allow me to continue to be a gambler, I'll do what you tell me to do. So the dakini initiated Santipa and gave him instruction and empowerment, and having to remain hidden to keep away from his creditors, Santipa had the opportunity to put into practice what his teacher had said, and his teacher had instructed him. You must take all experiences and impressions from the sensual realm, the aesthetic realm, and the undifferentiated realm of mind, and empty them into the vastness of the space of no mind. You know it well. It's like your pockets at the moment. So Santipa practiced what he had been taught, and before long he had come to the realization and attained the siddhis, the magic powers that come with that state when all of life enters into the emptiness, the space of presence. And Santipa became a great teacher, a great messenger, and he often would say that had I not learned the ways of men, suffered at the hands of men, I would never have attained liberation. And if I had not obeyed and listened to my teacher, I would not have gained the powers that I now have. Santipa lived a great life and indeed fulfilled the mandate of being that harbinger, messenger, teacher, bridge of the age in which great change was taking place. The Siddha stories, the stories of the wretches, the reprobates, the ne'er-do-wells, who were the great bridges in the time of change. How is it with you? How is it that your pockets became empty, allowing you to experience the vastness, the great emptiness, the pathos of the void allowing you to be in that place where the Siddhis, the magic powers so-called, come to enable you to fulfill your mandate